Jay. This is Salamat from the 79-81 batch of our dearest school. We even made t-shirts. You get ready-made t-shirts also, yeah, but we had these made of our own, of our own liking. So I guess you must have got a lot of. This is our alma mater, and we cannot forget it. And this is what has shaped us, but all true, frankly speaking. But I would like to add, it's not the four walls, it's not the court, not the ground. It's the teachers and the students with you, which kind of make you grow in that particular way. School is there, it's there. The four walls are there, they are dead. It's not that, which is very, very important. But more important are the teachers we had and the fellow students that I had. It was amazing.
What about the vibe of the school back in 79?
That's what I'm saying. It was like amazing. Like we had a cosmopolitan crowd, nothing communal. No one was big, no one was small, no one was rich, no one was poor. These kind of classifications I'm facing now with my kids' schools, you'll be surprised.
Oh my God.
It counts so much, I can't tell you, Like there's this incident, I don't think you might not have time for this one, but my daughter's school, I'll not name it here. I've told so many of her teachers this one. She refused to let me drop her off on a cycle one day when her rickshawala didn't come. She said, "Dad, please don't come. I will walk and go. I don't want my children to see me with you on a cycle." So that kind of thing never existed in this school. We were all down to earth, and it was amazing. And of course, we had stalwarts like Father Ash and Father Shok. I can't stop talking about them. They were amazing. Let's put it that way. And me, I was into sports. So Father Ash was like my guru, Whatever he said, we did. And these guys, they were like selfless. I have an example about Father Ash. I don't know if anyone else has told you this till now. One day, we used to go and leave the shot put and the javelin in his room because we used to practice after school hours. By that time, the storeroom was closed. So we used to go to his room, and so one day I saw him changing. Believe me, the man wouldn't wear a belt. He wore old clothes, the cassock, and below the cassock, one day he removed his cassock. He would tie a string instead of a belt.
Why?
He was that type of, and he didn't want to spend on himself. He was selfless. It was really amazing. And then when the previous batch of our batch passed out, they all contributed and bought him a belt. But I don't know if he even wore that belt after that. They are that kind of people. I don't think you can even get that kind of selfless attitude anywhere in life now. By the way, this tree here has been planted by Father Ash.
This one?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Just for your information. So you can imagine, that is like,
planted by Father Ash.
Yeah. Every time I come in the school now, the first thing I see that tree, I think of him. After all that he's done for the school, I think that's the least they could have done for him.
You were the boss of one of Pune's most iconic schools. How did it feel to have the power to summon anyone with just a glare?
Yes, it was good to be able to control things. It's a nice feeling, no doubt,
Discipline by reward or discipline by punishment, which is more effective?
Well, after all the experience I've had in schools from the year, practically from 1975 onwards, I would say everything has its place. In certain cases, punishment has a very good effect in a school. I'm talking about a school situation rather than a college situation. In certain cases, for certain students, a reward has a better effect. And of course, the best effect comes when the students are motivated.
Right.
So the best thing that a teacher can do is to try to motivate the children, to try to make them understand that their studying, their hard work is what will take them further in life and will help them to grow. That is the best way that you can control people actually.
What defines being educated?
So, I'll distinguish between what is considered an education, and that is your qualifications.
Right.
So, if you have passed your SSC, HSC, and your graduation, and perhaps your post-graduation, then you are considered educated. And if you go still further, then you are well educated. But that's only qualifications.
That's just scholastic.
Yeah, that's the scholastic achievement. That's purely academic.
Right.
And a person who is very well behaved must have that, plus he must fit well into society. And if he is very well behaved and fits into society, then I would call him educated. That means he has learned to fit into his milieu, his environment. He doesn't cause a kind of a rockiness in the environment. It has to be that he fits in nicely. And when we're talking about environment, I'm talking about a genteel environment, not an environment, let us say, with ruffians or something like that. Then we would say the person doesn't know the meaning of life. Has he learned something from his school? We would ask that question. So the school is to teach you that more than what you are learning from the history or geography book. The school is to teach you how to live in society and how to contribute to society. Okay, he must learn how to be able to adjust with different kinds of people, because especially in our country we have so many different kinds of people. But in any country you have different kinds of people. You have the rich and the poor, you have the middle class, you have those who are into agriculture, and those who are into white collar jobs and blue collar jobs and so on. Different kinds of milieu in society. One who is educated knows how to adjust to all these different kinds of people.
Makes absolute sense.
That is what is most important. The lifestyle should be such that you can fit in anywhere with anybody. Even perhaps you can get into conversation with somebody who is extremely poor, maybe even a beggar or someone sitting on the streets making a balloon and selling that, or even someone who is like as simple as a ordinary tailor on the streets with a very small 6x6 shop. But can you get into conversation with him? Can you try to understand him? Can you understand his problems? If you can do that, then I would say you are educated.
During your school days, Father, were you a backbencher or a prefect? I was both actually.
Yes,
I became prefect in 10th standard.
I do remember the name, yes. Though I wouldn't have remembered your face, but now I can put the two together after being with you.
Hello, ma'am. What are you guys up to?
Paper corrections.
So, we may not have met because I passed out in 2008. And could you please tell us who you are and which subjects you teach?
Yeah, hi, I'm Manila Williams, and I joined here in 2014. So, a few years after you had passed out from here. I teach German from 8th to the 12th. So, high school as well as junior college.
One thing that kids can learn from outside the books.
Communication skills. I feel that is something which is very important. And I've observed that maybe 50% of our boys are lacking in that. How to talk to people. But generally speaking, when you step out of VINCENT'S, outside the boundaries, would you be able to deport yourself that well? That is important, I feel. And would you be able to look at, for me, like I teach them, I always ask them eye contact. Look the person in the eye and then you talk. And being able to talk on any topic. And how do you present your case? Say, for instance, we're going for an interview, or if you're just meeting someone for the first time, how to ask the first impression. So I think your communication skills, if you are talking about soft skills, that is my most important thing I would suggest.
So first question, where do you see yourself in 20 years? Who wants to answer?
I see myself as a professional boxer in 20 years.
20 years, very good.
In 20 years, I see myself playing for India basketball.
Oh, excellent.
I see myself as a professional athlete for 100 and long jump. I want to be an international player for it. I want to represent India in those sports.
I see myself in 20 years in automobile industry in Germany, learning in Aachen University also. I would like to work in the Porsche industry.
Why do adults tell kids or children to be themselves, but then they tell them to behave in a certain way almost all the time?
Because children or like teenagers sometimes don't know how to behave. Some children, when the parents tell you that be yourself, some might like actually look a little stupid or ridiculously good, but sometimes they can act a little naughty in front of everyone, and maybe it can embarrass the parents. So the parents try to tell the children to act in this manner so they can look nice.
Some life lessons that you learned in school.
In school, school is the only place where you get to enjoy. Like you might feel like once I go to college, I will enjoy myself. Once I start working, I'll enjoy myself. But no, it's all a fancy bubble that people are in. School is the best place that you can enjoy yourself, provided you are doing your studies as well. Okay. When you work, as you keep growing, you will be adding on to your responsibilities. So this is the best age that you can enjoy yourself, where you don't have much of responsibilities. The only thing that you have to do when you're in school is study. That's it. You don't have to own your livelihood. You don't have any responsibilities. So this is the age, this is the time when you enjoy, do your best. Okay, rest everything, like just keep working hard and just try to do your best and be successful in life. That's it.
So ma'am, 30 plus years in this school, what's one thing that you observed by teaching so many young students? What have you noticed about them, like some characteristics?
Constant learning experience for me. Learning happens both ways. Then we establish a lot of long-lasting relations. In fact, just now I had two boys, one come from Germany. I think they must be somewhere in the campus. And they remember, we are in touch. They always remember how I used to yell at them, and they were like, thank God for that.
Ma'am, one thing you wish students understood about teachers rather than being rebels at what age they are?
I wish they would calm down, which is very difficult, primarily on account of the kind of food that they eat. Since parents are working, most of them live on fast foods, high sugar content. Quite a few of them, I've even checked them, they've been getting soft drinks to school every at a time. I don't even understand how it's even allowed in the house. Now we have no canteen in the premises.
Oh, there's no
There's
canteen?
no canteen. The idea is to have a zero plastic zone in school and to control fast foods and sugar and oil and carbs.
What is an educated person according to you?
Someone who has self-control. Education is not book related. You can have 10 degrees to your name and yet be uneducated. You are literate. The meaning of education is when you stop being violent, you stop being an animal, you have self-control.
Right.
You are a human being. I think education makes you humane. So that is education. Otherwise you are literate with 10 degrees to your name.
Does geography play a role in the kids' future? Like Indians can never be good footballers.
We gave you Adnan, Hero League.
But he never went.
We can give you a player like Nazareth Franklin. Excellent player. Only thing is our management approach towards these selection trials are not in a proper way.
Like politics.
Politics is one of them. Secondly, Indians are stuck into 3 R's: region, religion, and caste and creed. So this is what we are stuck into. People if I'm from certain region, I think about getting that type of people only into the leagues of money.
Can you introduce this guy, the future and a past legend, Sarfaraz, a basketball legend? Can you please?
Come. See, if you ask me, both are the students which I have taught. I have taught Sarfaraz. Only thing where I see is the difference in both the generations, we can say. Now a teacher and the student today is discipline is concerned. Second thing is seriousness, because there are a lot of other attractions in today's world. WhatsApp, mobile, TV has a lot of ways where we can go on media. So these guys are little more restricted that side. Whereas in this side, when we see, like these people are dedicated, and I call these guys active for life today also.
Yeah.
Like in the evening, I've seen these people every day playing. Today, and the same amount of level, with the same amount of zeal into it. Today, if the same thing is here, but not as compared to the generation which I had in the past. So this is the differences where I can easily make it up. Where if I'm talking about Sarfaraz Irani, the way they were dedicated towards their sports and approach until date, these people are with the same, but they lack into their timings because they have a lot of other attractions in the world.
A teacher affects eternity. It is, what your teacher has been teaching you that you'll carry with you whole life, not just in that classroom. The same thing you do outside, the same thing you do later on in your life after you are passed out from your school. So a teacher affects eternity.
Ma'am, I'm seeing you after almost 16 years. And the best thing that happened was that you could remember my name. What is an educated human being?
Who's a good human being, who has humility, who has humanity, and who loves nature.
Who loves nature. Where do you see yourself in the next 20 years?
Retired and still learning. Still learning.
In India or abroad?
In India.
Okay.
Maybe I would travel, definitely, but home is where the heart is, and my heart is here in India, in Mumbai. So I will be here.
Thing that you learned outside of classrooms, outside of notebooks, but from your friends or from your classmates? One thing or one quality.
There's nothing else in life except friends. I don't know about you here. I mean, you get married, you marry a wife at say 25, but your first 25 years of your life you're living with your friends.
Right.
And the next 25 years of your life you're living with your friends. Your family will be there only in that latter part of the 25, but the first 25 and the latter 25, it's friends. So they are there, and they are there from your school mostly, your school and your college days.
Right.
So that's the most important, believe me, there's nothing else in life except friends. That's what my personal opinion is. It's not money, job satisfaction, cars, bikes, all that is. It's the type and quality of your friends which is amazing. Like I had a friend, I had an accident on the Bombay-Pune highway long back where I hurt my hand. My wife just made a phone call to one of my friends. He came in the night at 1 o'clock, he left his family, he came with his car, he took me to the hospital. You need those kind of friends. I didn't even think of calling any of my relatives because I knew they would not come at that hour. I just phoned a friend, one of my classmates. He left everything, he came, he arranged for the hospital admission, everything. Then I had another friend in the hospital who was a doctor. He arranged for all the doctors in the middle of the night. These guys have left their houses and come.
Crazy.
And I didn't even think of calling a relative because I knew my relatives and family will not come. So it's that, it's that. That's what friends are about. It's huge.
Do you think mental health, emotional intelligence and all these subjects should be taught in school?
So
like it's become, day and age we are in, right? Mental health has become
I don't think so, yeah. It's not about mental health, yeah. Like if you're on the ground, yeah, instead of sitting with your phone like you and making films, yeah, I would rather be there than be here. That's your mental health, yeah. You don't need a class to tell you, ye karo, wo karo. Everyone knows what he has to do, yeah. It's a very simple phenomenon. And mental health only comes with physical health, yeah. Remember this in life. It's not about only mental health. It just
Wise words.
It just follows physical health, yeah. It's a very simple thing to do.